Hello, everyone. My name is Gator and or Airhead, depending on where you know me from, and this is episode 10 of Gagatalk. And it has been 5 months since the last upload, and it has been a very, 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 very interesting journey the past 5 months. A lot has happened in my life. I'm gonna skip over most of it. A lot of it is just a menial. Honestly, I've just been living a very simple life. I wake up, go to school, go home, go out, go back home, go to bed. It's pretty much the cycle of life I've lived. Whenever I don't go out, I stay home, study, play games. Um, I haven't been focusing very much on competitive Counter Strike anymore. I haven't been focused much on competitive gaming at all, really. I've played a lot of Arc Raiders. I wouldn't say that's very competitive. I think that's more of like a grubby competitive. You're more after the loot than the rank. So I've been playing a lot of Arc. I've been watching a lot of JJK. The new season of JJK is phenomenal. I've seen a lot of anime in my life. I have not seen an anime do it like JJK Season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen. The new season is cinematically some of the best animation I've seen in my entire life. And I am blessed to be alive in a period of time in which I get to witness such art be created. Let me get JJK the last 8 episodes now, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 episodes. So we start off with the execution and one more time episodes, episode 48 and 49. I watched those in the movie theater with my friend Itar, and seeing that, weirdly enough, did not prepare me for what I was about to see. The perfect preparation arc episode. Perfect preparation is a part of the Culling Games. Blew me out of the water. I did say earlier that I don't see any anime doing it like JJK. An anime I see kind of doing it like JJK is Chainsaw Man. I really hate comparing both of them. But in its references to modern cinema and the shot composition of each scene is so insane to me that you could draw that, you could create that. I feel stupid talking about it. I sound stupid talking about it. I'm hearing myself, don't worry. And it's just JJK's new season is nuts. I bring this up because episode 55, Tokyo Colony number 1, part 2, blew my marbles off the wall. It wasn't a super action-packed episode. I think the most exciting thing you see is fucking Yuji. Or you see Higuruma Papa's ult, his domain. You meet Reggie Star, very good fight. And just the way it looks, it's so hard to describe. It's just such a different vibe from everything, really. It feels serious. You feel like you just know something's up. You know something's up by the way it's animated, by the way the shots are framed. And it's just a very entertaining little chunk of animation, especially in a time like right now. And other than that, I've been playing Arc Raiders, and that has been very interesting. Very, very. That game I don't know how to describe Arc Raiders really. It's like a social experiment, to be honest. And it's such an addicting game. Go in, get loot, get out, bring better loot in next time, and get better loot in exchange. That it's a very addicting gameplay loop. The thing that interests me the most about it is the player interactions. You either run into some of the worst people on the planet or you run into some of the nicest people. And just seeing what people would do for like in-game stuff and seeing how people would treat other people, seeing how I would treat other people, you know? And it's just very interesting. I've learned a lot about myself playing Arc Raiders. I've learned a lot about other people playing Arc Raiders too. It's a very interesting game. I feel like if you are an avid gamer, you've never played Arc Raiders, I think you should try it out. It's a special game. You don't play, you don't live life in a time period where a good game like Arc Raiders is popping as much as it is, and has a solid community as much as it is. But other than that, I've been pretty bored. I've been craving for a game like Skyrim or Elden Ring, but I can't find one, honestly. I tried Fallout. I've played so much Fallout, so I can't even I can't force myself to play more. Same with Skyrim, to be honest. I've played so much Skyrim in my life. It's like, I'm doing this playthrough right now, and it's like, yeah, I've been there, done that. I want something new, and it's like the Creation Club stuff. It's all right, but it's nothing crazy. I need a new Elder Scrolls game. Now. Bethesda, please bless me with Elder Scrolls 6 within the next day. I need it now. I'm so bored. I'm so bored with the selection of games we have. I have Roblox, Arc Raiders, Marathon came out. I've been looking forward to that. Pretty cool, but it's not as movement focused as I was hoping it would be. You're not as fast as I thought you were gonna be. So I feel like it's more of a tactical game than it's not no finals. I love the finals. I wish Marathon was like the finals, but I feel like, too much mobility ruins a game like that. So I get it. Been tap dancing around talking about what I'm about to talk to. Let me get comfortable. The happy part of the episode is now. Face the mic towards me. Sorry, it might sound different. Happy part of this episode is now over. Sorry, it hasn't been really happy. It's been more of like a recap on just what I've been doing. TLDR, not much. Some people are just pissing me off. I mean, that's life. But, other than that, school, girlfriend, home, concerts, vacation. I've been making a lot of money. And that's about it, really. So let's get into this. Last month, a friend of mine passed away in a car accident. What's gnawing at me the most about it, dealing with death as a concept is already hard. Especially dealing with the death of a friend, that hits different. It does. It hits so much different than just a normal death. The death of someone you saw as an equal. I personally saw Reese as someone who was ahead of me in life. They were just so morally right. And you don't meet a lot of morally right people in your life. Reese had one of those moral compasses that was like, I would follow Reese into battle. And just dealing with mortality as a whole, because it's if I don't personally believe in anyone up there, you know, so that makes this a whole lot more confusing, to be honest. If like why take Reese? And that's just been the question that's been flying through my head recently. Why take Reese? Why take such a beautiful soul? You know, why take such an important person away? And it just doesn't make sense. Really, it doesn't. You know, so you end up thinking about life a lot, and mortality as a whole. I've never really understood it. I'm scared of it, to be honest. Um, what I want to get at, sorry, is the death of a friend hurts on another level, and this one is hurting a whole lot more than it would because I never reached out. And it really hurts to say that. I never reached out. I never said hi. To put in a perspective as to how important Reese is to me, we won homecoming together. I walked into Reese's class, and Reese said, "Oh, I see you're running for homecoming. You want to run with me?" I said yes. Instantly said yes. The next day, we were on making these stupid advertisements for. We did that like that Baki walk where I would walk behind them or they would walk in front of me and I would walk behind them like synchronomously. I don't know that word. Sorry. But it was like I tend to have one bad memory of every. Hello. Sorry. Cut off at a very deep part of the Gagatalk. I ran out of space on my computer. Sorry, but it's like why take someone like that? Why take someone so important to the world? I felt like you don't. There's not many good people I can think of, like inherently, like instantly, like I could think of like, oh, that's like a good person. They always have one flaw. I couldn't think of any flaw of races. Such a bright soul. It doesn't feel right having them taken. Um, so my life has been plagued with mistakes. I have made a lot of very stupid decisions. I will continue to make a lot of stupid decisions. And I have said a lot of dumb things. I'm going to continue to say a lot of dumb things. And I'm going to try my best to grow from them. To be honest, Gagatalk is a way I've been dealing with a lot of my problems. Just being able to talk. Even if it's like, I'm pussyfooting around a lot of it, really. I'm hiding a lot of detail in every Gagatalk episode. You're not seeing the full story. I think I haven't given out a lot of really good advice. How do I put it? If I were to pass away today, one message I would like to leave with, reach out and say I love you to your friends. If you haven't had if you ended off on a bad page and you haven't spoken in a couple years, check on them. Say hi. See what's up. Let them know you care for them. I never did that. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. My least favorite kinds are the ones I can't fix. One of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life was not saying, "Hey, Therese, we graduated, we went our separate ways." Never spoke. We didn't end off on a crazy bad term. You know, they were important to me, and it gnaws at my mind every waking minute that I did not say hi. Within 2 years, within the 2 years between them passing away and the last day I saw them, never said hi once. And, like I said, I've made a lot of mistakes. That one might be the biggest, personally. I have a lot of I've made a lot of mistakes that a lot of people have a lot of very violent opinions towards, and I understand. But personally, the biggest mistake I've made, I'm very aware of the ones I've made. The biggest one I've made was not saying hi. So, like I said, I'm going to try my best and grow from my own mistakes. I'm going to share to you what I plan on doing, and I hope that you know, follow suit. Reach out. Your family, your friends, you know, people that you were like kind of close to in like high school, check on them. Say, "Hey, how's life? Doing good?" Just say it. Just let them know you love them. And I want to. I'm really bad at reaching out, personally. Clearly, I've never really been good at it. I suck at it. Um, I'm gonna try to. I have been. I have been reaching out. I've been talking to people more, trying to have a genuine, meaningful conversation with them more. Because in the end, that's what you remember. You remember the little things, the conversations, you saying hi. That's what hurt me the most. You know, the fact that I didn't say hi. So if it's I'm just repeating myself really because I don't know how to hammer this into a mind more. Say hi to people you hate. Check on them. If you guys ended up on a bad term, don't reach out. But give it time. Loved Reese. I hope they knew that. I wish they knew that. I wish I let them know. Um, yeah, that's gonna end this Gaga talk. I just wanted to talk about that. Try and give that piece of advice out. There's not much I can give right now. That's the best thing I could tell. That's the best thing I could do for the world right now. Let the world know. Let the 20 people that watch this video. Let the 5 people who watch it all the way through. Let them know that. Just reach out. I don't know. I don't know I've been speechless the past couple months. I haven't learned much, but the one thing I have learned is reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Reach out to your friends. Let them know you love them. You know? I try. And if I don't reach out to you, you know, like I said, I'm bad at it. Use this video as me letting you know I love you, man. Or lady. Or mom or dad. Grammy. My wife. You know? People I had beef with. People I have beef with. I love you guys. I live for y'all. I hate seeing people go. It doesn't feel right. So, before they do, before I do, I'll reach out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Um, it doesn't feel right plugging in anything, so the one thing I could ask you to do is share the video. And if you don't want to share the video, share my message. That's it for this episode of Gagatalk. Thank you guys for everything you do. I love each and every one of you. And if you don't know who I am, I love you. I forgive you for anything you've done. I feel like it's always nice to hear that. I don't need to hear about it, but yeah, I'm struggling ending this video because I feel like I haven't said enough, but I feel like I've said too much. I also feel like I've said too, like, I just don't know. I'm very confused. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day.